Chicago will continue to have a violence problem as long as red states continue to have a gun problem. Shootings will continue as long as this presidential administration continues to put politics over people.
Lie. False. Not true. The data shows that the guns recovered in Illinois are largely from, not red states, Illinois. You can see the data on your screen, but that's just one part of the story. Here in New York City, for example, the real issue when it comes to crime is revealed. Recidivism. It's when a convicted criminal reoffends. And that number has soared since 2018. Felony assault there tops the list, 147%. That means the same people are committing the same crimes and often on the same victims. And Chicago doesn't track recidivism rates, but organizations across Illinois do. And among those released in 2019, 25% were arrested for a violent offense within 3 years. 12% were arrested for a domestic violence offense. From May 2023 to April 2024, 3 in 4 homicide victims in Chicago, Black. And now their community needs help.
All right, look, man, first of all, Mayor Johnson is full of garbage here. Mayor Johnson has the audacity to say it's the Trump administration is playing politics, when obviously he himself is playing politics and so is the entire Democratic Party. That's what's playing politics. To say all the crime in Chicago is because of other people, there is no responsibility for the people in Chicago for what's happening in Chicago? Is that what you're telling me? I don't know about that. And then to say the guns all came from red states? I don't know this reporter from Fox, but I didn't need him to tell me that the guns in Chicago coming from Chicago. Where are people going? What blue state are they going to get their guns? The numbers are damning, aren't they? Look, how you going to solve a problem if you want to admit you got a problem just because you don't want to give somebody else a win? Democrats need to get over this idea that the win is Trump's or theirs. The win is supposed to be for the people, not for y'all parties.
Concern is you have leaders in Chicago that see this, as you say. We've been reading about this for years now, every weekend, and maybe crime has gone down. But, we had the mayor of Chicago on last week saying, we don't need any more police officers. Police officers aren't the answer. No police officers. I think he said no 5 times. You look what's happening this weekend. You look so, I actually think that J.B. Pritzker should do something radical. I think he should pick up the phone, call the president, and say, and I know, you don't have the constitutional authority to deploy the National Guard here and to police my. You can do that in D.C., you can't do that in Chicago. But let's partner up.
That's why I say they're the ones playing politics. Politics over people all day. That's what the Democrats are doing. That's what Mayor Johnson is doing. That's what he's been doing. Before we go any further, let me let you know, the Tim Black Wolfpack is dedicated, committed, 10 toes down to reporting the truth, unbiased, and not working for any political party. If that sounds good to you, go to jointimblack.com, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. If he ain't caping for immigrants, now he's defending crime. He's defending crime and making excuses for crime. He's defending those who are committing violent acts upon others and making it someone else's fault. No, we got contributing factors. Mental health is a contributing factor. Poverty is a contributing factor. Lack of jobs, opportunity, training programs, bad schools underperforming, broken homes. All these things are contributing factors. But you know what is the ultimate contributing factor? The people committing the crime. Because at the end of the day, no matter what your odds are, no matter what's stacked up against you, no matter what obstacle you have, you still make a choice. Sort of like Brandon Johnson making the choice that he wanted to fund illegal immigrants more than he wants to fund the schools of Chicago. Those public schools where those poor black children go. He made his choice. He made a choice to stay in good graces with the Democratic Party and raise the taxes of Chicagoans. He made a choice to go bankrupt, to allow the policies, the horrible, stupid, selfish, greedy, biased, strategic, slimy, scumbag policies of Joe Biden's administration to open the floodgates and allow 20 million undocumented people to flood in and be sent to sanctuary states, he sided with that and was quiet and allowed that. That's what he did. Instead of going out for the people that put him in place, that elected him, and standing on business, he cowered to Biden, and he's still cowering to Biden. And at this point, we can't even blame Biden. Biden's out of office. I blame Brandon Johnson.
I will tell you right now, I'm a person that lives on the south side of Chicago. I live in the area. If I call the police, they may take 40 to 50 minutes to come there, if they come at all. The mayor of Chicago, I'm not going to say his name, but Brandon Johnson, he has been the one electing and giving all these monies to migrants. But guess what? Just a couple of days ago, a guy was walking out of the gas station in out west Chicago, and he got over 100 shots to him. And that was 8 in the morning. Where were you at? Let's talk about what things that's happening in our neighborhood, but you want to put a Band-Aid and you want to act like this town is good. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how many people get killed in downtown Chicago every weekend. Don't board up things to put a Band-Aid on a crisis, because right now, I can guarantee you, and the people will hate that I say this, and I'm a Trump supporter and they'll say what I want, but I follow Donald Trump, and I know that he is implementing a lot of things that can change this nation.
How you not going to have high recidivism, and that's people going back to jail after being released, if they're not allowed to get public services when they get out, and there's no job waiting for them when they get out. There's no job training, there's no job placement, there's no housing assistance, they don't qualify for any social safety net programs because of their prior convictions. What are they supposed to do? It becomes increasingly difficult when you have no resources now to return to the lifestyle that you had before without some type of intervention. So on one hand, we got people saying, why aren't you doing better? Why are you going back? What's going on? Why is the system not working? But we're not putting the resources in place in the system for them to work. Having I said all of that, after saying all that, at the end of the day, it must rest with the person committing the violent act. It must rest with the person committing the crime, because no matter what's put in place, that person still has to make a decision to not do it. Somebody could say they have to do it because they want the new Nikes. Someone could say they have to do it because they have no food. Someone could say they have to do it because this is the way they're conditioned. They don't know what else to do. Somebody else could say it because it's a gang initiation. Someone else could say they had to do it because they were angry, they were upset, they were on drugs, whatever. Everyone will have a story. Everyone has an excuse. Everyone has a reason. But we can't accept any of those reasons, because at the end of the day, we must stand on the side of the victim, not the perpetrator. And I think some of you, though you mean well, you're making a big mistake. If it ain't tough love, it ain't love. All right. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments section. Controversial? Yeah, I know. But damn necessary to talk about. My name is Tim Black. Hit the like button if you like this content.
The Tim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.